Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Emma Carrera. I'd like to welcome you all to our Wednesday webinar. It's our information session on isogenics and nutritional cleansing. After this session, you'll have a really good understanding about how these products work, how they all work in harmony for optimal results. Why do we even need to do cleansing, you might ask, and also a little bit about the company so you know who you're partnering with. So what I'll get you to do is just bear with me just for a moment so that I can share my screen with you, and we'll just jump straight into the presentation. Okay, nutritional cleansing and isogenics. What is it all about? I'm a 2-star crystal executive, 3-star golden circle. For all the new people, don't worry if you don't know what that means. All it is that I've been with the company for quite some time, and I've helped quite a few people get some good results. I'm an exercise physiologist by background and also a busy mum to 2 beautiful boys. So what I'll do is just start by saying, please have an open mind. Just pose the question, what if you could think differently? If you're a little bit like me, where you might have those voices in your head about what's this person going to push on me? What are they going to try and sell me? Being a little bit dubious, please try and keep an open mind. This program completely transformed and impacted my health, as it did to my financial situation as well. So if you can, keep that open mind. Okay, so like I said, this program really did impact my life. So the best way to probably explain that is to share my story with you. So that's me on the left there, glamorous shot. It was like one of those photos that I looked at myself and, when it just really hits you and you think, oh, it was just felt so unflattering, and it was the worst I'd seen myself in some time. I felt like my arm took up half the photo, had a few double chins going on there, and I just was overweight at that point, probably by a good 10 or 12 kilos after the birth of my beautiful baby number 2. I love him dearly, but I've nicknamed him the Destroyer because he really did destroy my body. So that was about a year and a half ago now, and I was introduced to isogenics by a friend of mine, Heidi McCallan. We'd had a mutual friend, and I'd seen her on Facebook saying, oh my God, I'm jumping out of bed before the alarm, and, I'm feeling so good. And then she did this post, hello skinny jeans. And I thought, right, that's it. I want what she's having. So I did speak to Heidi, and she told me what the program was, and she mentioned some meal replacements. And I said, no. I thought, no, it's not really for me. I'm just going to have a think about it. I thought, I'm an exercise physiologist. I know how to do it. I'll just eat healthy and exercise. And so anyway, that was me on the left at my sister's hens, and she got married over in Fiji. And I can still remember how I felt over in Fiji. It was really humid and very hot and quite sticky, and I just felt so uncomfortable. I felt like I was shifting my clothes all the time. I was hiding behind my kids and other people in the photos. You would never see one of me in my swimming costume, and it just really hit me about how uncomfortable I felt. So when I got home, I called Heidi and said, just send me my big brown box of goodies. I don't care if it's got petrol in it. I want and need it. So I then went on the program, and there you can see my results on the right. In 90 days, so in 3 months, I did release that 10 kilos, and I did that without exercise. So that was the one thing that really got my attention. So to be able to release that amount of weight without exercise, just addressing nutrition alone, kind of blew me away. Now, I'm a really big advocate of exercise, don't get me wrong, but I was going back to work at this stage 4 days a week. I took a promotion to be regional manager. So, far more demanding, looking after 2 little boys, cooking dinner every night for my husband, because sadly he can't cook. And exercise was the last thing for me. So yeah, after that 90 days, I just thought there's something in this, and really got to just, having a look and exploring what these products were really all about. And then it's just blown away after that at the quality and, the caliber of product that I was actually putting in my body. Because at the beginning, to be honest, all I wanted to do was get skinny. But this mental clarity that I felt, and the energy, and I do remember it when I was on about day 9 or 10, and I thought, I did. I woke up before the alarm as well. So it was quite, yeah, I hadn't done that since 1987. It felt like it was just so common for me to feel, lackluster in energy. And I just, was feeling a little bit underwhelmed with motherhood. How, like, I was so excited to have my two boys, but just didn't feel like I had the energy to keep up with them. Just being in my 30s, I was a little bit disappointed in myself. And so that had all just completely shifted. Like, I was on and ready. So that was that was about a year and a half ago now. So since January of last year, I thought I'm going to share this with as many people as I can, because I really think people deserve to feel this good. And in about August of last year, I actually replaced my income, my six-figure income of being a regional manager, by sharing these products. And since then, I've just really enjoyed, it just touches me. It just really lights me up to be able to impact people's lives in this way. So that's my story. Now we'll just go into what Isogenics is and why do we have these solutions, and what are our solutions, and why we aligned with this company. So I think a couple of these statistics are quite scary. The global weight loss market is worth about $586 billion. So that is a lot of money. And what that tells me is that there's a lot of people out there looking for a solution. We have this problem with being overweight and obesity, and a lot of people are trying to fix it. Now, this slide is not fun and it's not funny. I just had to update it the other day. From being the fourth fattest nation in the world, we're now the second fattest nation. So what that tells me is that we're spending all this money from that previous slide on a whole lot of solutions that are not working. Otherwise, that figure would be changing, right? We'd be like the fourth or the fifth or the sixth fattest nation. So yeah, it's a big problem and it needs to change. The global anti-aging products market as well is another booming industry. So we're just looking at what are these market trends and why do we need these solutions? Now, it's going to reach 341 billion by 2018. And a lot of people say, oh, it's the baby boomers, they want to stay looking young. And, I think it's everybody. Like, I want to look good when I'm old, but I also want to look good now. Who doesn't want to look good now? So what are our solutions here at Isogenics? Well, we've got 4 synergies to transform lives. The first 3 are product-based, and the last one is wealth creation. So our products are for weight management, energy and performance, and healthy aging. Now, I love that we say weight management because it's not weight loss. Weight loss can be an awesome side effect of this program, but it's a health and wellness program. Some people have no trouble losing weight, but it's when it sometimes comes back on. People can yo-yo, and even when they don't bring their bad habits back all that much, it could be stress or other things impacting their life and they're not able to sustain it. So we have weight management, energy and performance, healthy aging. I'll cover wealth creation towards the end. So what I do is like to ask people, where are you on the scale of 1 to 10? Do you wake up looking like the lady in number 1? 1 out of 10, and you bury your head in a mug of coffee before you even feel normal. And, that was me, and probably more so my husband. No breakfast, just massive amount of coffee. And then I think, or do you wake up feeling a 10 out of 10? Now, even when I was on the program, I did not wake up looking as polished and beautiful as that lady. But I did definitely wake up feeling refreshed, and I just had that vitality that I knew I had more energy to get through the day. So have a think about where you sit on that scale. So what we talk about in this program are toxins. So you might hear this phrase, are you toxic? You might want to, another word that might be applicable to you is impurities. So they're in our environment, they're everywhere, they're a little bit unavoidable really. You can try as much as you can to try and live a really healthy life, but it's still quite unavoidable. So things like smoke, and secondhand smoke is actually worse than smoke. Fruit and vegetables, if you have traditional produce, there's up to about 4 litres of pesticides and herbicides that we ingest every year. That's a little bit of a scary statistic, and I still can't get my head around how those guys in the hazmat suits are spraying all this stuff that they don't want to get on themselves, yet they're happy to spray it on our produce for us to eat. Our water supply in Sydney is quite dirty. There's pollution, there's sugars, sugars can be hidden in so many different products. Like even this Weight Watchers one down the bottom, it's got 22 processed sugars in it when you even think you're healthy, doing the right thing, and things like deodorant. So Hopefully you're all wearing deodorant. There's, again, not much we can do about that. So the different ways we get toxins, we can digest them, like we mentioned, we can breathe them, and we can absorb them. You know, if something's on your skin for about 20 seconds, it's absorbed into your system. Your body doesn't really know what to do with these impurities. So what it tends to do is hide them in fatty tissue to protect your body, okay? So when someone says to you, are you toxic, or you sound like you're really toxic, or might not be about your personality, it's talking about your physical state. So when you're toxic, you might have low libido, you're tired and lethargic. That's a really common one. You can have headaches, feel generally unwell, have an inability to concentrate, poor sleep. Poor sleep's a massive one. People, turn into a different person when they get that deep restorative sleep. It's extremely important to how you function the day after, and also has a big effect on your weight management too. So this is another interesting slide that I think really highlights about why we sometimes need to supplement our diet. So people say to me, Emma, why can't I just eat real food? I eat healthy. And the trick with that is that we have this abundant food supply. We have a lot of food. But what they did in this study here at the University of California, so UCLA, what they did is compared a plot of land from 1953 to 1997, growing different types of produce. And in this one, they did a bowl of spinach and looked at how much iron you would get from that bowl of spinach from both periods of time. Now, because the soil has been processed and, harvested, and pesticides, herbicides sprayed on it, a lot of the microorganisms in that soil are depleted, right? So we're not getting as much nutrition in the actual food that we're growing. And as you can see here, they compared it to, say, from 53 to 97, which is still a fair amount of time from 2015. You have to eat 43 bowls of spinach to get the same iron of one bowl back in the 50s. So to me, I think that's part of the reason why we're probably not feeling as optimal as we could be. So who are the people behind this company? I think this is really important. If I was going to invest in myself and my health, I'd want to know who the owners are. So I love their story as well, because they both didn't do it for the money. They both just felt really strongly about impacting world health, as you can see their vision statement there. So on the left, we have John Anderson. He is a guru. His nickname is the Mineral Man. So what he did is created more than 2,300 nutritional and weight loss products for more than 600 companies. So his title is actually a master formulator. So you can get that title if you create more than 4 formulations, and look how many he's done. But what happened was, a lot of these commercial companies like Nature's Own or Blackmores and things like that were saying, that's a fantastic formulation, but that's a little bit too expensive. We'll substitute that with that. We might put this in to make it more palatable. And so then, what happened to him is he kind of got disgruntled and thought, I'm not going to put my name and word to these formulations that then are going to be changed. So he was an absolute gazillionaire, and he retired. On the right, we have the Coover family. So we have Eric Coover, he was the owner of the Cambridge diet, and it's still to date the fastest growing company in history. And what he did was took it to $1 billion of sales in 10 months. So he's got a very good business acumen, very business savvy. Kathy Coover also worked for 3 network marketing companies and got to number 1 in 2 of them, and to the top 3 in the 3rd. And so that shows that these people have been on the ground just like us, and they have lots of experience in this distribution method, which is a word of mouth method of sharing these products. They also, they sold that company they were gazillionaires as well, and they retired also. And then they got together and came out of retirement with this vision, and that vision is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process create the largest health and wellness company in the world. So I think that's really cool. They didn't do it for the money. They did it to really impact world health, which I align myself with as well. So what is this program? What is Isogetics? What do you get in it? So I'm going to cover off with you some of the products and how they work once you get them in your body, so it kind of makes a little bit more sense. the best way I can describe this program is it's not a single product, you know, it's not a single tablet or a single thing that we eat. It's a whole body system. So it's a mixture of different products and different supplements that have different roles in the body. When they all work together in synergy, I guess, it brings you to optimal health. Okay, so this is the pack we love to start people on because it's the most comprehensive version of the program. It gives you everything you need. It's got the best results. It garners the best results. It's got the best value. It's got about $200 worth of extra value of products if you bought them all separately. Okay, so now we'll run through what the whole premise of this program is. So we start with cleansing the body. So like I said before, the premise of this program is cleanse and replenish. So in that 30-day pack, we have 4 cleanse days. Now the body cleanses itself, okay? We have big filter organs like the kidney and the liver and the colon, and that's how the body cleanses, right? But because we're always very social, eating, drinking, partying, whatever, we don't really give the body a chance to slow down and clean itself. Okay, so there's different cleansers out there on the market. I'd never done one myself, but in my mind, I was thinking, oh, does it involve not being able to leave the house and being close to the toilet or tubes in different places? It's definitely not one of those. So what we do with this product is we have this Cleanse for Life drink all throughout the day on our cleanse day. We call it a light food day. So we're having little snacks throughout the day to keep our blood sugars up. And we're having this Cleanse for Life that's got over 100 ingredients made from the heart of the aloe vera plant, and we have it's like liquid nutrition. So we're not starving the body, we're giving it this nutrition all through the day to clean the whole body, not just a single organ like the liver. It cleanses the body on a cellular level and gives it nutrition whilst the filter organs can filter those impurities out that are often stored in fatty tissue. So then we get on to the other 6 days of the week where we replenish. Now, this is the basis of our replenishment, which is their isolene shake. Now, I wish it wasn't called an isolene shake because a lot of people compare this to a shake diet. Now, this is not apples and apples to other shake diets out there on the market, and I'll explain the differences in a second. But I'd never done a shake diet before, but Heidi, who introduced me, had told me, you know, she was binge eating. It didn't, you know, she lost a little bit of weight. The weight came back on. It didn't taste all that good and it left her with bad breath. So I guarantee this is very different. It's incredibly tasty and the quality of ingredients are second to none. So what we have in this shake is a meal replacement. So we have protein, healthy carbs, and healthy fats, okay? So we have 24 grams of under-nature protein from Happy Cows in New Zealand. So what's a happy cow, you ask? So a happy cow is grass-fed, milk to season, no antibiotics or hormones used on it, okay? And it's under-natured. All that means is it's cold pressed to retain its original form. That just means the body will uptake it as best as it can. There's no use putting all these buckets and buckets of protein in your body if your body can't absorb the form that it's in. Okay, it's gluten-free, it's low GI, we don't use any white refined sugars in these products. We have, for example, they might be sweetened with something like natural sugars from beets, for example. It's got 23 vitamins and minerals. It's got over 70 ionic minerals in there. So you Google ionic minerals and you'll be impressed. I really feel like that's a key as to why everybody responds so well on this, because you're getting all these minerals that we can't get out of our food supply. It's got high in fiber, so it's just a really complete balanced meal. So this is just explaining the difference between our protein and other ones that are under-natured, okay? That are denatured, sorry. This is a really great slide as well, put together by a sports nutritionist to the Olympians. And she was explaining how much you'd have to put on your plate to get all the nutrition and all the vitamins and minerals that is in this shake on a plate of food. So you can see there's a lot, you know, to get your iron and your calcium and your, there's a pre and probiotic in every shake, and magnesium and iodine and zinc, you know, even with selenium. I know there's a very, very low supply of selenium in our soil. So if you tried to put all of this on a plate, for one, it probably wouldn't taste nice putting all these things together. It would be quite expensive. I think Danny worked it out to be about $23. and also probably about 2 or 3 times the calories that are in this meal replacement. Okay, then moving on to the second pillar of health, Ionics. Now, I love this product. You'll probably think, oh my gosh, she says that about every product, and I probably do, but this is really one that I would not go a day without. So when I was talking before with my story where I was saying, I was a bit underwhelmed with how I was coping with motherhood, well, I feel like this product, which is a little tonic, I have 30 mils of it in the morning, or you can have it at night to help you sleep. But I feel like it takes that snappy, crabby mum and puts her in the cupboard. And when I run out, out she comes. So what this product contains is adaptogenic herbs. So I hadn't heard of adaptogenic herbs before this program, but naturopaths use them in clinic quite a lot. And so what they are is they scan the body. They're from plant-based compounds that are grown in areas that are extremely hardy, like Siberia and northern China. And what they do is they scan the body, okay? So adaptogens means adapto, so it helps your body adapt. So if you have, say, for example, a very stressful life, okay? So you can be, one of those scary, stressful people out there that are, stressed about money, stressed about work, stressed that you're sitting in traffic, stressed about getting the kids out on time. Your body can't really distinguish between all those various levels of stress. So it's just pumping out this stress hormone called cortisol. Now, cortisol can have a great effect on the body in small amounts, but if it's too much, it really can affect your health, your how your body is balanced, how it carries its weight as well. So cortisol is generally a fat storing hormone, okay? So it can be linked to depression and overeating and sleep deprivation and chronic fatigue. So what this does is this tonic can kind of cool those adrenal glands, okay? So your body doesn't have to be in that stress mode and hang on to everything. It can kind of let it go. Natural accelerator. This is like the name suggests, it's all natural, no stimulants, just things you might find in your cupboard like cinnamon, green tea, and ginseng. Helps boost your metabolism. We take that twice a day. Isoflush, great product, bad name. I think they're actually going to change it to Isa Comfort because it's not, you're not going to be tied to the toilet. It's just it's not a laxative. It's just a gentle supplement that has things like magnesium in it that are really good for hydrating the colon, just to help with our elimination. Ageless Active. So this is a great antioxidant formulation with a few key ingredients. We have vitamin D, resveratrol, and CoQ10. Vitamin D, sometimes people aren't getting enough when they're working in an office situation. Resveratrol is the antioxidant in the skin of the red wine grape, grapes that we make red wine out of. So this one won't leave you with a hangover. I can't promise about the red wine. And it also has CoQ10, which is great for stamina, endurance, and recovery, good for brain and heart health. Product B, I could do a whole webinar just on this product. They called it Product B because they think it's going to be $1 billion product because it's just so cutting edge. So to explain it, that's a little picture of your DNA there, the pink strands with the little green caps on the end. Now, those green caps are your telomeres. So what happens with aging is as we age, the DNA frays, right? And they get shorter and shorter and shorter until the time comes they get so short that we actually pass away. That's what aging is, the process in a raw form. So what this formulation does, it won't make those telomeres longer, but it does support them to try and prevent them from fraying and getting shorter. So I don't want to go a day without this product because I want to live a long and healthy and youthful life as I want everyone in my family to. So what does your day look like? So this is an example. We eat real food on this program, so don't worry about that. In the beginning, we do replace 2 meals, especially if you've got a weight loss goal, because we can get a lot of nutrition in a small amount of calories. That doesn't mean you need to stay on them. If you're building lean muscle, you would add more food and not replace 2 meals, but perhaps have your second shake as a snack. But as you can see, we're trying to eat 5 times a day, keep your metabolism boosting. We have food like those celery boats with smoked salmon and avocado, or rice cakes with tomato and feta and some avocado, or some hummus and celery sticks and nut butter and celery sticks. So really just wholesome, clean food. We give you lots of coaching ideas on how to choose the foods. We also have these really great protein bars that are really tasty, and they're full of vitamins and minerals and low GI and no refined sugars. So you can have half of one of those as a snack. And then we have our dinner, which is a balanced 400 to 600 calorie meal, and we're not cutting foods out, okay? It's not a no carb or anything like that. We just give you food choice ideas that try and bring the body into a little bit more of that alkaline corridor, which is just where the body is at its most healthiest, okay? If you had a weight loss goal, we might ask you to try, if you can, and have your main meal in the middle of the day, and then have your shake for lunch, have your shake for dinner, which is really the easiest dinner you'll ever make. So then our 4 cleanse days, you can see we have the cleanse drink all through the day. We have little snacks, and we have those little, we can see those in those squares. They're little squares of dark chocolate called isodelites. They're green tea infused dark chocolates. They've only got as much sugar as a quarter of an apple. They taste delicious, like dark chocolate, which is really nice to have on a cleanse day. And they're not processed like normal chocolate, okay? So it's if you didn't think it actually exists on this planet, it does, a healthy version of chocolate. So now I'm just going to run through a few people in our team. So these are not internet randoms, they're definitely real people. So this is Kat Tomowski. This is her day 1, 30 and 90 day photo. And I love just seeing the people's smiles after their first 30 days and how their whole body shape can change, you know, their skin. We often don't see very much loose skin. The skin stays really elastic, and people build lean muscle, and their whole kind of body composition can change. This is Andrew Small. I love his story because he was saying for like a good 14 years he was wearing the same size uniform shirt. So this he built lean muscle with this. Of course, he combined this with exercise at the gym. So he was building lean muscle on the energy and performance pack. This is Jo Saunders. I love her photo too because she's actually a group fitness instructor. She's an aerobics instructor. And she was saying, you know, no matter what she used to do, she probably exercises more than all of us. She still couldn't lose the weight and still couldn't probably be at her optimal size. And then you can see her on the right. She's very lean, very strong. She's kept it off all this time and is in the best shape of her life, I would imagine. Now, this is the sister of my mutual friend that I was telling you about, who I saw lose all the weight on Facebook. This is her sister, and she's had a fantastic result, as you can see, from September to December. And the first thing I always notice is all that bloat and that visceral fat that we were talking about that tends to hang around your organs, around your midsection, is often the first to go. This is Brooke Rose. Now, if you know Brooke Rose, and you'll probably meet her if you join our group, you'll find out that she's pretty much allergic to exercise. So she doesn't exercise at all. This is probably about a 6-month period of time. Her butt is all over the internet now, but I love it because it does really show a change in body composition. So not only is she losing weight, but she's building lean muscle. It looks like she's been to the gym and that she's been squatting and lunging and, you know, doing some butt exercises, but it really is just the superior the superior protein that helps build this lean muscle. So we advocate exercise. I think it's fantastic to do it with you, but I still love that it's good to achieve results even if you can't get to the gym. This is Ali Carter. She's in her 50s and she just looks amazing, and she used to be a model. I just like putting this one on to see, because even as we get older, it is actually quite difficult to lose weight. And she obviously didn't do it to lose very much weight, but she did lean up a little bit. So she loved to share her photo as well. This is Dean Morby, and building some lean muscle as well. As you can see, he just did it to drop some kilos, and then he just had this vitality and wanted to jump in the gym, and, you know, just started really feeling like he had the energy to exercise. And you can see he built 5 kilos of lean muscle in that last 30 days. He's looking great now. This is Chrissy Stobbs' husband, another girl in our team. And what I love about his story is he's not only just lost weight, that was his 30-day results, but he's gone on to lose a hell of a lot more, as they both have. But he's done really fantastic things in regards to his fitness. So he's done ocean swims and all these things that he never thought he'd have the capacity to do. This is my coach Heidi that I was telling you about. She lost 27 kilos in 3 months. So it goes to show she had a trainer. She was going to the gym. That's not even her proper before photo, because she's a little bit embarrassed to to even take a proper one. But it does go to show she's kept that off now for well over 2 years. So yeah, it's an easy program to do and to keep the weight off. This is another awesome girl in my team, Emma McKeeler. She did it also just to feel better. You know, she couldn't lose the weight after her last pregnancy and was going through a lot of stress. And she only did pretty much one Zumba class a week, and that was her 90-day before and after photo. She's now gone on to lose about 18 kilos altogether, and she's been doing the program for about 10 months, and she's kept it off and feels fantastic as well. So this is another before and after that I love, just in regards to energy, because it's not all about your body. It's not all about how you look and getting into your skinny jeans. It's about energy, vitality, clarity of mind, better sleep. There's a whole lot of other benefits that come with this program. And I like to just finish off with these slides with I like to tell people it's a joke that that's my husband on the left, but it's actually not. He is a professional bodybuilder. So professional athletes use this program without getting paid for it. So there's no paid endorsements. They just use it because they like the results they get from it. So again, I think that speaks volumes. You know, these people, their life depends on it, their whole success with their career. And for them to choose to put this in their body because it gives them the best results they possibly can, I think is amazing. So how do we get started? So this is that President's Pack that I was telling you about. So it comes with a yearly membership, which allows you to have your own little online shop to be able to purchase products throughout the rest of the year. And it also comes with a bullet blender with a few travel cups and everything you need for your program. It's got 100% money back guarantee. So 30 days you have to use the whole thing, and all you have to do at the end, if you don't like it, you don't even like the color of the shake, you can pop the canisters back into the box and send it back to head office, and they will refund you 100%, no questions asked. So to me, it's a no-brainer. You know, there's no risk involved. All you can do is, like, knowing what something is and hearing this and knowing how something feels is a completely different story. So all I say to people is put it in your body and see how you feel. If it wasn't as successful as it was, they couldn't really offer a money back guarantee because the company would go broke. Everyone will be using these products, and if they didn't work, everyone would be asking for their money back, which they don't. So you can only get enrolled by a fellow Isagenix associate, because the reason why we set it up that way is then you'll be coached by that person. So you'll have then access to 24/7 support through an online coaching group that we have on Facebook. And everyone on there is after your success. So they want to give you motivation and inspiration. People post meal ideas and snack ideas, and everyone's there to support you 110% of the way. So I think that's has a huge impact on the success of any program. You know, if you go into, say, GNC Live Well and or a chemist and go and pick up a product on there for weight loss, you're not going to have the team of people like us behind you just holding your hand, or, you know, whatever level of support that you need from go to woe. Okay, so it's a real community and it really helps with your success. So go back to the person who introduced you to this video, and they'll be able to explain it to you. And now then we can move on to maintenance. So that product, pack, that President's Pack that we start on, the cost of that is $576, which comes down to about $19 a day. Plus there's about $14 shipping via courier to your house. So I like to put it down to $19 a day, because when you think about organic produce, you know, if you were to go and have, you know, a coffee and a piece of banana bread at a cafe, it might cost you $8. Or if you were going to have an organic salad or a wrap, it might cost you $12 or $13. So to be able to have your yearly membership, your blender, all of your supplements, the stress tonic, things to boost your metabolism, 2 of your meals, you get 20 snacks in those protein bars, all of your cleanse day materials for $19 a day, I think is really good value. You can also then, you never really tend to stay on that price either. That's just an introductory, do your first full body cleanse, and then you can come down to one of these maintenance packs. So to give you an example, I liken the President's Pack to like a Control Alt Delete. So it's like a 30-day reset, and then you can move on to maintenance for whatever your goals are. So as you can see on the left there with product B, we've got an anti-aging synergy. And in the middle, we've got a weight management one. And then on the right, there's an energy and performance pack. So some of these packs can be as little as, $50 a week. You can make your own pack. Just to stay with a maintenance program like mine, which is that Ionics. I'll never go a day without that. Some product B and maybe one smoothie in the morning, and a cleanse day here and there. And the rest of the day, I just eat my normal clean food. Or, truth is, if I can't be bothered to make dinner one night, I might just have a shake instead, because I know it's going to be healthier than a piece of toast. So they're the different options that we can move on to. Now, it's not like a gym membership. You don't have to keep using it. If you just wanted to try it for a little bit and do a few months, and then, stop and start whenever you want, it's completely yours to control. So then the last part I'm just going to cover off is a little bit about the wealth creation side of it. Now, this is just my obligation to tell you this side of it, because you may not have any interest in the wealth creation side at all, but you may have some people that you really want to help with this program to get the same results or health benefits that you're looking for. So you could also have the option of just paying for your products. So this is a referral-based company, similar to, say, something like Thermomix or Tupperware, where it's word of mouth. So if you refer people on, they'll reimburse you for that. Okay, so their whole ethos behind this company, like we said with their vision, was to free people from physical and financial pain. So how they see it is that you can have the best health in the world and all this energy, but if you're struggling financially, then it can make things very difficult and very stressful. So even if it meant that you could, have these products that make you feel fantastic and have them for free, then that's why they chose this model, because they thought that is what's going to make people the happiest. So instead of having a retail model where you purchase this in the shops, you get referred by a person and coached by a person, so that then the person doing that will then be able to be reimbursed. So it's a very simple system. So don't think about this as in taking on a business. It can be something very simple as just people saying, which trust me, they'll be noticing your transformation, and they'll be saying, what are you doing? Why are you so happy? Why are you bouncing into the office in the morning? Or why are you bouncing around? How come you're in your skinny jeans or whatever? So that happened to me because I had a great product experience. I released the 10 kilos, had great energy, and then just felt like I wanted to help others feel the same. So that's as easy as it is. You use the products. You don't have to do this at all. If you have no interest whatsoever, that is completely fine. This is just an optional part at the end. So this is just to give you an example of how you can make some money to cover the cost of your products. So this is just an example of doing their compensation plan, which is referring a couple of people and then helping those people as well. So this can be repeated over and over again, or you can, just do it once or not at all, completely up to you. But this diagram shows you that by introducing 2 people, which is you plus 2, you can earn up to about $370, which is US dollars, by the way. So we're getting a 20% bigger pay packet here in Australia. And then them plus 2. So also helping your friends to get their products paid for as well. And we just keep reaching down and helping people. So you can see here you've got the capacity to make about $820 in your first month even. So not only have you got your pack for free, but you've also got some left over, maybe for a new pair of pants or a new dress, because you're going to be looking awesome. So that's all I'm going to cover on this. Then you can, if you have further questions about how it all works, or then even moving on to long-term residual income, which you can create a life of freedom and choice, then again, ask the person who referred you, and they can elaborate a little bit more. So just a little bit about this company. We've been existing now for over 10 years, things about 12 years. We've been in Australia for 7 years. Our growth is astronomical here in Australia. I think we're up something like 250%. Overall, worldwide, we're up about 52%, which, as you would know, if you've been in any type of business for any company, is phenomenal growth. We've had success in over about 12 countries now. We're registered in 88 countries, so I feel like we're just getting started. this picture is their conference, which was February of last year, and I'm in there right up the back. And the year before they had 200 people, and then last year they had 2,000 people. Now this year we've got 6,500 people. So to me, all that shows is these products work and people are having success with it. So what does Isagenix do in this business model? I love it because it gives you the access to be able to, for people who do want to explore a little more and create a life that they've always maybe thought they wanted or they aspired to, but didn't really have the vehicle to do it. Well, if you had a traditional business or you bought a franchise or something like that, it's quite difficult. There's a lot of outlay with those. You have to buy a premises, you have to manage staff, you have to do logistics and everything. So what this business model is Isagenix does all of that for you. They do the research and development, the logistics, they do all the payments. So people purchase everything off Isagenix, but you coach them through it and they will pay you for looking after that person. So I just think it's a fantastic for really what's seen as a $590 investment can open up to be a fantastic business model that's, you know, can have the potential to impact many lives. It can light you up. You can enjoy what you're doing. You can eat for free. And Isagenix does most of the hard work. So that's what the model of a network marketing system is. So it's your choice. You have the choice to create the life you desire or simply just pay for your products. You can think big or small. Just to give you an example, for me, like I said, I replaced my 6-figure income in about, you know, from January to August of last year. My coach, Heidi McCallan, who I mentioned, she has what we've called maxed out her business center. So after about 2 and a bit years, she earned the equivalent to about $700,000 annually. So you can really think big, like you can with this vehicle, or it can be something very small. Everybody has the same products, the same compensation plan. So really the only difference is you and what you want to do with it, if you want to do anything at all. So just think, I'll leave you with thinking, in 12 months time, where could your life be? You know, could it be different? So do something that your future self will thank you for. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So if you've tried lots of different programs and you've tried, you know, everything under the sun and you've got good results, but you've not been able to keep them, or you've never had the, you know, the good energy boost that you thought you would have, or, you know, you've never been able to pull that bag of skinny clothes or that outfit you've been wanting to fit in, then all I would say is if you don't try anything different, you'll never have a different result. So thank you very much for your time. And like I said, go back to the person that gave you this video and they'll be able to enlighten you a little bit more and share and ask any questions that you feel you need to. So thank you so much for your time, everybody.